Fastball is crushed.
The pitch to stand, swung on, and drilled deep to left field.
You're killing me, Small.
And welcome back to another episode of Sandlot Talk. We are back in Arizona after a long break, but we're glad to be back. How was your trip, Taylor? How's Wisconsin?
It's always great going home. Always a good trip. Lots of people to see, lots of family, lots of friends, a lot of beer. It's always a good time.
So much beer. I had so much beer. I literally think I came back and weighed myself, and I'm pretty sure I gained like 10 pounds.
I'm afraid to.
Just like the food and like all the beer. I'm pretty sure if I like work out this week, I'll be fine and be back to normal. But I literally was like, oh my God, I'm not drinking any more beer and eating any more fried food.
Yeah, body was a little rough the last couple days of that trip. Stomach was not doing so well, but it was a good time.
Great time. Glad to be back. We have a great show for you. Much to discuss as they have finally announced the All-Star lineup. Starters, I guess.
Starters
as well as the reserves. Not the
yes.
lineup yet, but we'll find that out next week. Great to know about that. There are some questionable people.
Yeah.
As well as an interesting route that they took for these reserves, and we're going to get into that hard. We talk about some great division races right now, and some unexpected winners. Some teams we didn't think would be in this situations.
To say the least.
Absolutely, it's gonna be great. We're gonna see if those guys maybe are buyers or sellers at the break now. It's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, man.
We're also gonna get into what I think is the ugliest City Connect jerseys of all time with the Padres, and it is. Most people will disagree with me on this, but they just look atrocious. And I finally like came to my senses though, Taylor, and I figured out why and what these City Connects are. So I'm curious if you agree with me or not.
All right.
We're gonna get into a blow up on the mound and off the mound. Chris Sale got after it in his rehab assignment.
A little upset.
That was great. And we got a little segment at the end because I think this All-Star is going to take a lot of our time. We're going to play a Guess the Jockstrap. This is where I'm going to give Taylor some random stats, and he's going to see if he can guess the players. Today, it's going to be in the National League. Give him a little easy one to start out. But, Taylor, let's start out. What do you think? What is going on right now in these races?
Well, let's take a look. Our AL East is getting even more interesting than it has ever been. We have a new contender, the Baltimore Orioles, winners of 8 straight as we sit here and record this podcast today. They are 1 game under 500, 43-44. They find themselves 2 games behind another surprise team, your Seattle Mariners, for that 3rd wild card spot. And the Toronto Blue Jays have also fallen. They're tied with the Mariners for that 3rd wild card spot. The Yankees have cooled off a little bit, but they're still the Yankees. Red Sox and Yankees just split that series that they had. Great game last night on Sunday Night Baseball. Red Sox have moved up to 2nd in that AL East. The Rays are still at 3rd. Blue Jays have fallen all the way down to the 4th place. Blue Jays are 1-9 in their last 10 games. It's with last place in that division. Not to mention that the bottom of that division right now is in contention for the 3rd wild card spot as well.
Dude, I'm fucking shook right now. You know how we when we broke down our AL, and we were like, the Orioles.
Dude,
now the entire American League East.
We recorded that last podcast, I think it was Tuesday. So, sorry, we were 2 days late or whatever. But this is literally almost a week later. Only 6 days later. Blue Jays were in 2nd when we recorded that podcast. Nobody was talking about the Orioles whatsoever. They changed so quick in that division because everything is so close. Crazy, just crazy.
Dude, I know. Well, the Blue Jays sinking.
So I'm saying they're 1-9.
Fast.
1-9 in the last 10.
Red Sox seem to be kind of figuring out playing like everybody else, normal baseball. 4-6 over the last 10.
That series that they just had against the Yankees was a great series.
That's fine. The Rays, I'm very iffy on the Rays. You saw it today. I texted you. I was like, yo, Wander's out for a long time. That could affect them.
I mean, I'm not going to believe in the Orioles. That's a great story. I'm going to root for the Orioles, but I still think them and the Rays end up being the odd men out in that division. I don't see the Blue Jays got to get it together.
Oh, yeah.
See, this is just a bad streak for them.
Are they too young? Are they still too young?
They were in it, last year.
Yeah.
You'd think they have enough experience. Everybody on that fucking team had a dad playing in the majors at one point, I think. So
I don't know. I am just so happy to see the Orioles and the Mariners playing great ball.
yeah, especially Seattle.
Come on, baby.
Shout out Seattle.
Oh, no, dude. Shout out Baltimore. Let's go, dude. They lost 101 games last year.
Yeah, they're way. We talked about it when we were going through our breakdowns. Like, that Orioles lineup is not bad on paper, statistically. They got guys who can hit, and they're finally all putting it together, getting a little bit of pitching behind them, and winning ball games.
Dude, yeah, and now, right, I just saw Mets are beating the Braves right now, but Braves, coming back, World Series champs, like, from what was it, like 10 to, I think
10 and a half games back.
The biggest was like 13 at one point, all the way back to what, like 1.5. Yeah. They're 5.5 games in front of the wild card, like they're leading the wild card race right now, like playing damn good baseball.
They are.
So unbelievable at them.
The AL Central is starting to clear up a little bit. Not that anybody's running away with it. The Twins are not playing great ball. They're 5-5, but the Cleveland Guardians going 2-8 over their last 10.
I have such an issue with this division. Like, it might be the most boring division in baseball.
I think the AL East, or just throw the LA Angels in the playoffs instead of an AL Central team. That's my petition. Give all 5 AL East teams a spot in the playoffs and kick out the Twins.
Dude, yeah, kick out the fine. I'm down for that.
Or
it's
let
like,
the Angels
so boring.
play. Let Mike Trout in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not gonna win. So like, what does it matter? But it seems very boring to me. Like, once again, another week. The White Sox can't figure it out.
That was right. Was about to how frustrating for the White Sox. That division is there for the taking, and they're still sitting 5 games back. They can't put it all together. Like, that division is just asking for a team to come forward and start taking the lead, and nobody wants it. Nobody wants that division right now.
It's not the Tigers, obviously. It's not the Royals.
No, it's a 3-team race. And like I said, the Twins are not by their own doing, but they're building a lead. They have a 4.5-game lead over the Guardians right now. We just talked about the AL East, how fast 4-game lead can go away. And obviously, we still have almost half a season to go here. But that is a frustrating division for sure.
White Sox get streaky, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, they're the most exciting team out of that division by far.
And they just cannot win.
No, it's
once again, coming back to fire La Russa.
Yeah.
No one's listening.
They got to do something.
Fire La Russa.
Do something.
You got to figure something out there. Absolutely. How about that West?
West is still the Astros and everybody else, but the everybody else is getting a lot more interesting with the Seattle Mariners. A little 8-game win streak, 9-1 in their last 10 games. They now find themselves in possession of that third wild card spot, tied with the Toronto Blue Jays. Good for the Mariners, man.
Dude, Julio Rodriguez is a phenom.
J-Rod is everything he was supposed to be and more.
I'm so happy, dude, because he looked like he struggled to start the year, and all of a sudden, like, he's coming out just like he's doing stuff that we haven't seen since like Griffey and Trout.
I saw he was the fastest player to hit, I think, 15 home runs and steal 20 bags, or the other way around. I think that's what it is, though, 20 bags and 15 home runs. The fastest player to ever do that.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
They
Rangers, I'm surprised to see the Rangers are 3-7 in their last 10. I feel like they have been creeping, playing a little bit better, but I'm clearly mistaken on that. Angels still suck, and the Athletics are the worst team in baseball. Free Mike Trout. That's all I'm going to say. Dude,
once again, another one. I sent it to you where it was just like Ohtani and Trout. Angels lose.
Like clockwork. You can set your watch at least 2 to 3 times a week. You're going to get that tweet. Like, Ohtani went 7 shutout innings with 14 strikeouts, hit 2 home runs with 6 RBIs. Trout went 3 for 4, and the Angels lost 5-1.
That's so frustrating. My goodness.
Over to the National League. NL East, very interesting. Sammy kind of called it, talked about it last week, how the Braves were creeping. They continue to creep. They have been 8-2 in their last 10. A game and a half as we sit here tonight behind the Mets. They are playing a big series right now. You said the Mets are winning that game currently?
Mets are winning right now, yep.
That's a big series. Braves take 2 out of 3. They're only sitting a half game back there. Mets have a chance to kind of get that lead a little bit more breathing room. Mets got Scherzer back. Looked good in his first start. Didn't get the win. Didn't get any run support, but looked good. DeGrom has just been lighting up the minors, which is what he should do, I guess. But
I can't wait.
I saw he had like 2 different outings of 3 scoreless innings with like 8 strikeouts. Like,
dude, I'll let you know, his first start back in the majors, I'll be sitting there with my lube and tissues just watching him do work.
I do love me some Jacob DeGrom.
Oh, baby.
Kind of like we talked about again last episode, the Phillies are playing good ball. They're hanging around without Bryce Harper. They find themselves they're third in the wild card right now. Yeah, in that last wild card spot, overtaking the St. Louis Cardinals. I mean, if they can stay in contention, Harper has said he's coming back this year. UCL's going to hang on. He wants to play. I mean, they're playing good ball.
I mean, might as well.
It's not their fault that the Braves and Mets are the 2 best teams in the NL besides the Dodgers right now.
This was like the first team that I was going to bring up is, are you a buyer if you're the Phillies?
I don't know where else they buy or what you know what I mean? They spent all this money this offseason.
Like, you need to get help. Yeah, clearly. Yeah. If you think you have a chance, and you do, I mean...
Where do you think... I mean, on paper... I mean, every team can always use a starting pitcher, but on paper, like, where do they need help right now? Another outfielder, but then you're getting Harper back.
Bullpen.
Absolutely.
Good call. You need a solid reliever
and you can
to come in 7th, 8th.
You can get some relievers fairly cheap on the deadline. I mean,
absolutely.
The Brewers, that's their MO, is they'll bring in a reliever or 2 in the trade deadline who end up being huge for them down the road. That's a great call.
Absolutely.
Great call. I would love to see the Phillies make a little run for it, make it interesting, give Harper and Schwarber, 2 of my favorite players, a shot.
Dude, why not? I mean, there's a lot out there for relievers. Like, your whole bullpen.
That is a great point.
Could help out. So that's going to be super interesting to see what they are going to do at the break at the deadline, because I'm not really sure what they can give up.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, the Phillies farm system, I know their last couple of big prospects have not really panned out.
I really think it's going to be like, if you're the Phillies, you need to pull a Dodger move and go for somebody like Machado, where it's just going to be a 1-year thing. You're not going to re-sign him, and you are going to like take over that contract just to, basically finish the year and hope that you make it into the playoffs.
Yeah, like you said, they don't really have the money to sign anybody long term or take on a big deal. But relievers are cheap. You can get them at the deadline. That's a great point. If they make a splash for a bat for half a season, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for them either. But yeah, in that division too, the Marlins are hanging around. They're not out of it yet. I saw an article or a tweet or whatever. If you make the cutoff of the wild card teams at 6 games back right now, Marlins are still in that conversation. They're still hanging around. They're 6-4 in their last 10. Don't count my fish out yet.
Gotta get Jazz back.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing well without him, but yes, they need to get healthy. Need Jazz back. Nationals are 1-9, trying to catch the Athletics for worst team in baseball. NL Central. We got to talk about it. Brewers. They're in first. They're 2.5 games up. They also went 2-6 against the Chicago Cubs and Pittsburgh Pirates this last week.
I was there for 2 of them.
Yeah.
I was a little scared, not going to lie. But I think we're fine. Hader looked a little rough. I think we need to get to the break.
Blew 2 games. He needs a little break.
We need to get to the break.
It's just frustrating because the Cardinals are 3-7 in their last 10, and the Brewers are right there at 4-6, playing cupcake opponents. We should have at least a 5-game lead in that division right now.
I said it a million times. Those are the games we need to win.
Yeah.
And the fact that we went 2-7 is just ridiculous, and that might hurt us.
Yeah.
So
you can't do that.
Yeah.
Both teams in the NL Central reeling. Implications for playoff time. I mean, the Cardinals are not. If the season ended today, the Cardinals are not in the playoffs. That second team in the Central, we were arguing with Luke about it last time. It is no lock that team is going to make a wild card spot.
Not at all.
Pirates continue to play good ball for the Pirates. Cubs and Reds are what they are. NL West, the Los Angeles Dodgers are all the way back, going 9-1 in their last 10 games. They have a nice 8-game lead over the Padres. We thought that division might get interesting. It does not seem to be interesting. Padres have still been struggling, 3-7 in their last 10. We talked about last time. Giants are also 3-7 in their last 10. Division's reeling a little bit. I mean, it's the Dodgers. The Padres should be a wild card team, clearly. Giants kind of are who we think they are. Again, right around a 500 team.
But they're still in the wild card chase as well.
They make that cutoff. The
pisses me
AL, that cutoff in the AL is crazy because the only teams you can really count out in the American League are the Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals, Angels, and Athletics. Every other team is within 6 games of that final wild card spot.
God, I love baseball. Let's go.
Absolutely. NL's a little bit more clear. You know, you cut out the Nationals, you cut out the Pirates, Cubs, Reds, Diamondbacks, Rockies. Still leaves you with like 8 teams fighting for 6 spots, which is what, you know, baseball wants. It's what fans want. We want meaningful September baseball. We're going to get a lot of that this year, it seems.
Absolutely. And then we got the Rockies, Diamondbacks, kind of doing what we thought they were going to do.
Yeah.
But Player of the Week, Chris Bryant. Glad to have him back, Rocky fans. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, hell.
A little
I'm
bit of
so
hope
happy
for
to
the
see him
future
back
with
too.
that big contract.
Yeah, man. Jeez. You've added like 425 last week, and, you know, that's got to make you happy because things were looking a little bleak for a little bit.
Yeah. I still don't have faith in the Rockies organization, but that is something for them to cheer for at least. Staying on these topics, I was watching some MLB Network back in Milwaukee.
Oh, good for you. Doing some research in your homework?
Okay, always
good.
doing my homework. We're always educated. Interesting stat flash across the bottom. Only 60% of division winners on July 4th end up actually winning that division. That means at least 2 of these teams who are winning their division right now will not be winning the division at the end of the year. I was curious to see if you had any teams, any hot takes. I mean, we can kind of throw out the Yankees. They're going to win that division. Throw out the Astros. Unless they have a monumental collapse, they're going to win that division. Dodgers. I mean, 8 games is pretty comfortable at this point. They're going to win that division. Who do you think comes out of that AL Central?
Well, before I tell you that, I just got the notification. The Mets defeated the Braves 4-1, going 2.5 up now.
Yeah. Big win for
that's a
New
huge
York.
win for the Braves. I mean, sorry, for the Mets.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, back to what you were talking about. Number one, the Twins will not win the division.
I still think you're right.
Calling it right now. I don't believe in the Guardians either.
Nope.
And if the White Sox can somehow figure it out, like, dude, you're not far back.
Yeah.
Get streaky.
It takes
I
1 week.
Still think that Chicago White Sox will win that division.
I'm with you. I think that's as Brewer fans, I want us to win the Central. I think, obviously, we can't count out the Cardinals. They're 2.5 games back. And then in that NL East, too, you have the Braves and the Mets.
I know my buddy James is going to hate me for saying this, but I smell a little Mets collapse.
I think the smart money here would be
in
Braves
the second half,
and not the Twins winning.
Yep.
Not the Mets, not the Twins. Those
I
are
think
your
those
2
are,
teams this year that aren't going to be winning that division.
I agree. Those are my
Which
two
is insane
takes.
with the start the Mets had. They still are one of the best teams in the NL. They obviously would be the number 1 wild card team. We're not taking away anything from the Mets here, but
I just smell a little collapse coming on, but we'll see. DeGrom coming back helps us shit ton.
I was going to say, they're getting 2 out of the top 5 pitchers in the MLB back.
Yeah, Scherzer just had another outing where it was like one
he's looked
run, like 7 innings, whatever the fuck it was.
He's looked great.
Yeah.
But just something to keep your eye on. These division races, they're shaping up a little bit, as things tend to do as we get into the season. We're right around the halfway point. Got the All-Star break coming up soon. But yeah, man.
Do you have any like teams that we just kind of talked about right there that you think should be buying, or they should stay the same?
I love what you said about the Phillies, man. Go get yourself a couple arms in the bullpen. You are right there in the wild card race. Really not even out of the division race. 7 games back. I know that seems like a lot when we talked about the wild card cutoff being 6, but in that division, that's not. Those teams are playing so hot right now. Go get some help, Phillies. Obviously, as a Brewers fan, I would love to see the Brewers get another bat. We had a little disagreement about that last week. I don't think it needs to be an outfield, but I would take any bat at this point. Get somebody else in that lineup who can produce. we don't really need starting pitching. I hope. And then somebody from that American League Central make me root for you. Like, if you're the Twins, go out and get somebody. Cleveland, go for it, man. Go get somebody. Or the White Sox, bring somebody in that's gonna, change the mojo of that team. Get another bat in the lineup. Get another arm. Do something.
Yeah, no, couldn't agree more.
Because that division is just so up in the air that I want one of those teams to actually seem like they want to win it.
Dude, they have to do something, and it's just like we talked about this. There's not a lot out there. Yes, there are obviously guys that you can fill roles, but it's not going to be a game changer that's out
like
there.
In the past, for
so
sure.
You're going to have to go for it and really go after these guys. I already saw yesterday or today, of course, the motherfucking Dodgers are going after Castillo.
Yep.
Probably one of the number one pitchers out there that's talked about this trade deadline.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And you know what? I'm really hoping one day too. I'm not praying for it yet, but I think one day the Dodgers are just going to get rid of their entire farm system, that they're not going to be able to pay any more players, so that they're just going to suck dick.
Yeah, they definitely are they're not a draft and develop organization. We'll say that.
Like, in a couple of years, that NL West could be atrocious. Like, the Padres are selling everyone always. Yep. They're always buying. The Giants are just the Giants.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they ever do, but it's going to be absolutely wild, I think, this trade deadline, with the amount of moves, especially with the teams there's so many teams that are out of it.
See, I don't think there are.
But think about it.
What do you do if you're the Orioles?
We all
thought that those guys would be big pieces. They were talking about, like Trey Mancini was one of the big names that was going to get moved, and
he still might be, just because his contract and age.
They're 2 games out of the wild card right now.
Yeah, but if you trade Mancini, you could get something back that could be a filler.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it not necessarily needs to be prospects every single time.
Yeah.
Like today, today or yesterday, the Braves traded a number 1 prospect.
Weird trade.
For the first round pick for the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
So
very weird trade.
Who knows? Yeah. Like, they didn't trade they traded away their prospects because they didn't believe that they had it, and they want a new guy this year. They think that this draft is crazy, so it's already starting out hot.
I mean, the Royals, they're going to sell everybody.
Right, and that's the thing. Besides, like, Bobby Witt and those guys, like,
right.
Tigers, you're selling. Besides your young guys, you're probably selling. The A's, absolutely selling. They got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Hot take, I think the Angels are selling.
They should.
I think the Angels might sell, like, Ward. I think they might. Yeah, I think they might sell these guys because clearly it's not working. And why not? We talked about it. They have no pitching. Dude. Why don't you trade some of these guys to go get some pitching prospects that you can develop and then bring up? Because you are signing guys like Noah Syndergaard, who hasn't been terrible, has been great though. And you're trying to make these guys that are past their prime again, and it hasn't worked for you for 20 years.
So my only argument against that is you have one of the best baseball talents of all time on that team. I'm not talking about Mike Trout, I'm talking about Shohei Ohtani. He's a free agent after next year. He has one more, he's got this year, next year in LA, and then he's gone.
If I'm Ohtani, I'm leaving.
So you're really going to try to sell and rebuild when you know you have Ohtani for only one more year? Like, they make me so mad. Like, they should be buyers this year. They should be going all in because they know they only have Ohtani guaranteed for one more year.
But did you hear what you just said?
They fucking suck.
Yeah, did you hear what you just said? That's exactly what the Angels do.
I know.
Exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because they've done it so many times before. So I think that they don't think that they can re-sign and have Ohtani and Trout, and it's going to blow up in their face, and they're going to be at the bottom of the division again and again and again.
Even if they were a little closer, but they're so far back. They're 7 games behind the Mariners right now in that last wild card, which isn't astronomical. But
the amount of times that we've done this podcast, they have never had a winning week.
No,
they have not. So it's going to be crazy.
That's a tough one. And then obviously on the NL, Nationals should sell a couple of their pieces, veteran guys, Josh Bell, Nelson Cruz.
Absolutely.
Pirates, Cubs, Reds are obviously going to be sellers. The Reds have a couple good pieces. It'll be interesting to see where Brandon Drury goes.
Yep.
Obviously we talked about Castillo already. I don't think the Cubs really have
I think
anybody to
Senzel might be
sell.
a great spot
Yeah.
for something. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of guys that could
Brian
be
Roberts and the Pirates.
going.
But yeah, we shall see. We shall see.
Brian Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
What
said
the-
Roberts. I love that guy. Remember that guy in the
Yeah,
Orioles?
I
Yeah,
do.
oh yeah. That's a good memory, though. I'm glad you brought that one up. That's funny.
I
Oh,
didn't
my
mess up
God.
the last name, just messed up the player. It's all
That's
good.
all right. At least you didn't, like, say the last name incorrectly. You just said a different guy. Oh, my God. All
Brian
right,
Reynolds
let's
might be making a comeback, dude. Who knows?
get into this hotness. Absolute infuriating
Yeah.
to see these All-Stars.
I would say they got about
85%.
I was gonna say 85%.
I will say
out of the starters.
the American League, I'll give you a 92%.
Yeah,
The National League, you're in the
Eh.
80s.
I think some of the more egregious misses though were from the AL.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm curious to hear your list
Well,
then, because
let's-
99% of my list is on the National League right now.
let's get into it.
All right.
Give me the starters for your AL All-Star team.
All right. Right now, the starters. Actually, I don't even have the starters up right now. I just got the reserves. Don't we have the starters?
Yeah.
Can we talk about this already?
No, not yet. They weren't out last time.
Is
I
it-
know we have Alejandro Kirk.
Kirky for sure.
This is where my biggest
Vladdy at
gripe
1.
is
See if we can guess him.
fucking Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Vladdy at 1.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Altuve at 2. Timmy Anderson at short.
Yep,
Devers at 3rd.
correct.
Stanton, Judge, and
Trout.
Trout. That's
That
right.
is your starting
I got
AL
Trout.
All-Star. And then DH is Shohei, which also kind of pisses me off.
Which I also heard he won as a pitcher as well. So
Yeah,
that's just
they-
like double spots
He's
that
on
you're
the
ruining.
roster as a pitcher / DH, and he's the starting DH.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know what they're gonna do with that, but yes.
Just atrocious because you're just ruining a spot. So either pick one and give it to somebody more deserving, because I can name like 4 or 5 off the
Yeah.
top of my head.
You want to give me the reserves?
Yeah. Reserves, I got Jordan.
Yeah.
Easy. MVP right now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Literally the
Fucking MVP favorite,
Yep.
not a starter in the All-Star game.
yeah, that pisses me off. Fan voting can suck my dick.
Yeah.
Luis Ariz,
Yeah.
who I thought might be. Well, we'll go into who. See if we got right.
Yeah.
I agree with that one. And Benintendi, that's just the Kansas City Royals representative.
Yep.
Bogarts, I agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Deserved.
He should be the starter, not just deserved. He should be a starter, but go
Yeah.
ahead.
Buxton,
Also should be a starter, but
Miguel Cabrera, and
the legacy,
the legacy that the commissioner is allowing this year.
Which I
one
like.
AL and one NL.
I like it.
I'm indifferent. Andres Jimenez,
Yep. he
that's
deserves
fine.
it.
Jose Ramirez,
Could argue he would be a starter, but yes.
J Rod,
Yep. That's fine.
George Springer.
Don't like that, but
Nope.
okay for a reserve, I guess. But not when you look at some of the guys who got left out. But
Yeah.
continue.
Trevino.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if he really deserves
There's
it.
really
but
no other catcher in the AL.
right,
We
you
have to
can't
have
have
two
one.
catchers.
You can't have one. Yeah, you can't have one guy go the
Yeah.
entire game in an All-Star game.
No.
And then Kyle Tucker.
I'm surprised that they only have 2 on that roster, to be honest.
And then Kyle Tucker, rounding that off.
Yeah.
And then pitchers, I got Blackburn. We called that one.
Yep. Only but person. I
Emmanuel
know.
Clace,
Yep.
Garrett Cole,
Yep.
Nestor.
Yep.
No,
What do you mean no?
I'll tell you why. Clay Holmes,
Okay.
Jorge Lopez,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
Manoa,
Yep.
McClanahan,
Absolutely.
Otani again, stupid fucking MLB. Martin Perez, we called that one.
Yeah. Shout out Martin Perez. That's awesome.
Gregory Soto,
Sure.
Sure.
Detroit's got to send somebody.
Framber Valdez,
He fucking shoves. Yes.
and Justin Verlander.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Fair
Alright.
enough.
I'll come back to this and we'll go into the National League.
But do you want to talk about the American League first?
Do you really want me to get angry?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
'Cause I'm gonna get angry right there with you.
Okay. How do you want to start? Do you want me to tell you who doesn't deserve to be and who does deserve to be, or who I would replace the guys that I think deserve to be on that list?
Give me with who doesn't deserve. Let's start there because I got a couple guys too.
Okay. Springer.
Yes. Does not deserve it.
Right.
1000%.
Okay.
I'm with you.
You're going to disagree on this, but J-Rod, and Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, Kyle Tucker I could give or take for sure. I agree. Springer doesn't. J-Rod, I mean.
But here's why. I'll tell you why.
All right.
Because if you're going to send a representative, like the Mariners have only one right now,
Yo.
it 100%, I think, deserves to be Logan Gilbert.
Or fucking Ty France.
Or Ty France, but I'm going to get into Ty France in a sec.
God damn. Put some respect on his name.
Um,
Yeah, Springer's hitting 250. Cool. I mean, he's got, I think, how many home runs does he have? It doesn't say on here. I know he's only got like 12, 13 home runs. He's not fucking hitting 30 bombs or anything right now.
No, but you find that.
17.
17, fine. It's the same reason why Vladdy's starting besides that fan voting over Ty France, because Ty France has better batting average.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive.
Ty France is having a way better year.
He doesn't have as many home runs. His OPS and slugging aren't as good as Vladdy's, and he doesn't have as good as RBIs. So
he's also missed some time.
Right. But I see why Ty's not on there, but I also think he does deserve to be because he's having one of his best years.
Ty France should be the starter in the American League. That was my number one takeaway. And not only that,
Toronto.
He's not even on the team. He's not even a reserve.
No, I know.
Like, what are we doing here?
So here were my American League snubs. By the way, if you're listening, you can definitely read about this on the blog as well because I get really hard into it.
Hey.
More statistics on there. Logan Gilbert, I think, should replace Nestor Cortez. And I need you to look up those stats right now.
No, I don't.
Because it's not even really close.
I don't disagree with that.
And then I had Dylan Cease.
Yeah.
He's got basically the exact same statistics as Valdez.
Yeah, how in the fuck is he not on the team?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And why are there so many Astros? Like,
Dylan Cease has the 8th best ERA in the MLB.
Like, and I'll get into this because I'm going to bring up...
With the most strikeouts besides Corbin Burns.
Yes, sir. And
Jesus.
Again, I'm going to get into this because Carlos Rondon is going to be brought up again later.
Yep.
But he had a great tweet about Dylan and was like, it means more to the first-time guys than it does to the guys that have been there before. And this is where I think the MLB needs to take that into effect, especially if they're having an amazing year like these guys are. They should be almost automatic. If you're having such a good year and you've never been voted an all-star again, it's baffling. And especially if they're that close in statistics, just give it to the other guy.
This is where I was going to get on my soapbox and bring this up. Yes, Vlad Guerrero Jr. is a star. It's the all-star game. Yes, Giancarlo Stanton's a star. You want to see the stars, right? Vlad Guerrero Jr. is going to get paid regardless. He's already gotten paid.
This is not a celebrity baseball game.
Correct.
This is seriously, the All-Star game goes into people's careers.
Who do you think, an All-Star appearance, one, personally, matters more for, and two, we're talking about guys' money here.
Absolutely.
You think Ty France can go into free agency and boast, hey, I'm a 3-time All-Star? That looks good. Not that, it's not that what a team is going to look at, but, dude, they can use that in, arbitration cases. A lot of these guys get bonuses for All-Star appearances. You can say, hey, I'm an All-Star. I deserve to get paid like an All-Star.
Absolutely.
Now, Ty France, I don't know what his contract situation is at all. If he is a free agent within the next year or two, he doesn't have that. He can't say, I should be getting paid, what Jose Ramirez, what Luis Arias, what these guys are getting paid, because I'm an All-Star too. He can't say that, and that's fucking ridiculous because he's having a way better year than Vlad Guerrero Jr. is.
Absolutely. Ty France is on my list. Even Taylor
all
Ward.
All those guys that you just said. I mean, Logan Gilbert, first-time guy. Dylan Cease, first-time guy. That's huge for him, 100%.
Plus, the other thing that is a great point, too, is, this might be their only shot.
So I have a solution.
I don't think Taylor Ward is going to be in All-Star considerations ever again. And he should be this year.
Yeah, I agree.
What's your solution?
So just like college sports, just like the NFL.
Bring back the hanging chads. And never, my idea, and never actually vote them. Never count them.
Kind of. MLB's got one or two. I got two solutions for you, MLB. Listen up, Manfred. I'm giving you free advice here. Either make it the fan vote and do what you kind of did this year, where it's like 3 guys, regardless of position. So like Judge made it, top vote getter, he's in.
Acuna, fine,
made
whatever.
it, top
Fuck,
vote getter,
whatever.
awesome.
Yeah.
That gives your superstars, they're gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fucking Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper, you can roll out of bed, hit 270, 15 home runs at the break. You're an all-star because you are who
You're going to
you
be
are,
back.
and you deserve it.
Yep.
Let the rest of them be player votes, coach vote, writers, like people who actually fucking know baseball, and give it to the most deserving players.
Give it to Sandlot Talk. We clearly know what we're talking about.
Put us on that committee.
Oh, fucking
Or
A.
what also I like to do, or would like them to do, is it's as simple as just make a fucking all MLB team or an all AL team at the end of the year.
They do that.
But make it mean something.
Okay, I agree
Like,
with
you know
you.
how
Okay,
you
yes.
can, like the NFL Pro Bowl, we can all agree that the Pro Bowl is a joke.
Yeah, right, okay.
Like fan vote on that is way worse than even the MLB. Usually
Sure.
the fans do a fairly good job.
Yep.
Nobody gives a fuck if you're a Pro Bowler in the NFL. You say, I was a first team All Pro, right? Because that's the one that like the writers vote on. That's one that people care about in their contracts. If you're like an All Pro, you get to, you get a bonus. Same thing with the NBA. They don't really care about All-Star appearances. I know some of them do, but they have contract clauses like if you're a first team All NBA, you can be eligible for the Supermax for your team,
right?
Or whatever. Like your Supermax goes higher.
Mm-hmm.
Make an All NL team, an All AL team, and make it at the end of the year. Make it fair. Make it a year-long thing, so guys who have injuries in the first half don't get screwed, or guys who have incredible first halves like Taylor Ward but don't keep it up throughout the year, like they wouldn't be on that team then. But
so you're saying make it like
a postseason thing, not
or
a
make it
postseason,
like
end
count
of the season.
Make it count toward their career.
Correct.
Where it's like,
and that's how we should be talking about players. Like Derek Jeter, he was a 15-time All AL player. Like
or
not
like
a 15-time All-Star, because who gives a fuck if he was an All-Star?
Add that to Baseball Reference.
Correct.
Yeah,
and make that was what means something. Make their contracts off of that. Not
I like it.
A fucking fan-voted All-Star game.
I like it. I like that.
The other thing is these players, like, it's just, and some guys, it's just not fair for some guys. You get like, I mean, Zach Greinke is like loved in his own right, but even look, I mean, Mike Trout's different, but Ty France, like, he's not a big personality. He's in Seattle. He's not like getting endorsements left and right. He's not going to win a fan vote when you got fucking Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s ass on the ballot. Like, of course, people are going to vote for Vladdy. That's a name that they know.
Cannot vote for the dump truck, bro.
Exactly. So, like, it just penalizes guys for not being entertainers, I guess, which I guess that's part of being a fucking baseball player now is you got to have your own fans and bring in, I don't know. I hate it.
I mean, we were like a million votes away from, like, granted, that's a lot, but not really if you look at the world.
Right.
But we were like a million votes away from Adam Duvall making the All-Star team. So, fuck the fan vote. I hate the fan vote. It's so stupid. And yes, I'm calling out fans because sometimes you guys are dumb. And
that's the counter argument.
So dumb.
Is like, educated baseball people can vote, but like, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's dumb. All right,
off the soapbox. Let's get to the National League.
National League? All right, I'm going to guess it again. Contreras at catcher.
Yep.
Goldie.
Yep.
First base. Second base. Why can't I think of a second baseman right now?
Jazz.
That's right, Jazz, because he's hurt.
So it will probably end up being your boy, Jeff McNeil. But
who
we'll
get
there.
Shortstop is blanking again.
Trey Turner.
That's right. Who, and again, stupid Dodger fan base.
He deserves it.
No. Third base, Machado / Arenado.
Yeah, it's
Can
Machado.
they say that?
Yeah.
Is it Machado yet? Did they say that?
It is.
Okay. And then outfield was Acuna, Jock, and Mookie.
Yep.
Who I don't think Mookie should be on there, by the way.
Don't disagree. Harper was DH.
And Harper DH, who will get switched out for somebody.
Who will get switched out for Willem Contreras.
Okay, this is where we're gonna get hot. Damn, I really thought I would do better on the National League, but
I think
I had so many running through my head.
I had Contreras. I said Polar Bear. I said Jazz. I said Manny. I said Trey Turner. I said Acuna. I did not have. I said Jock was an honorable mention. I had Betts and Harper.
Yeah, for mine. So this is who we initially thought would make it. I have Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, Machado, Swanson, Acuna, Betts, Marte, Contreras, and Harper. Yeah. Every single one of those National League guys that I mentioned, all-star. So Sam's correct.
Sure.
we kind of get iffy, and we just mentioned it. Both of us said Ty France at first base.
Bro,
And then Jimenez, All-Star. Ramirez, All-Star. Anderson, All-Star. Buxton, All-Star. Judge, Trout, Kirk, Alvarez, All-Star.
Yeah.
Boom. Love it. So we got 99.9% of that correct.
So I'm saying, I think that the NL did a good-ish job.
Okay.
Go through the reserves.
I didn't go through the reserves, but we'll get heated. I will get heated. Because I've been thinking about this all day. Pete Alonso reserve, Arenado, William Contreras, The Crone Show, Taylor. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. All-Star, CJ Crone. Respect his fucking name.
Travis d'Arnaud, Ian Happ, Starling Marte, Jeff McNeil, the commissioner's pick, Albert Pujols.
Love it.
Kyle Schwarber.
Love it.
Fucking.
Also put some respect on Kyle Schwarber's name.
Juan Soto.
Yup.
No.
I had him as a starter, bro.
Suck my dick, Taylor. And Dansby Swanson. I'm going to come back to that.
Yeah.
Pitchers. Sandy, 100%.
Yeah.
Bednar, I think 100%. For a Pirates player.
Yep. That's fine.
Bernsey.
Yep.
Castillo.
Yup.
Fine. Reds are terrible.
Gotta have somebody.
Edwin Diaz. Great.
Yep.
Fried. Gonsolin.
Yep.
Hader.
Yep.
Helsley. Kirsch. I'm going to fuck this guy's name up. And I'm sorry because he's a D-back. Joe Maniply. Manatee.
Yep.
Okay.
That would hand up. Didn't know who the fuck that was.
No clue. I had to ask Doug that one. I was like, "Fuck is this guy?" And Joe Musgrove. Fine. Great job, National League. But I'm gonna go back to Juan Soto again. If you are going to pick a player to represent your team, you pick the best player,
which is Juan Soto.
Which is Josh Bell. Josh Bell's batting over 300, Taylor.
Okay.
We
were living in 1970.
He's got 10 home runs. His OPS is off the charts. He deserves to be an all-star.
All right. Juan Soto, Josh Bell. Josh Bell is hitting 304. Juan Soto's hitting 243.
Great.
Fair.
Wow, that's shit.
Josh Bell has 12 home runs.
12.
Juan Soto has 17.
Okay, close enough.
Josh Bell has 47 RBIs. Juan Soto has 37.
Great.
Juan Soto's OBP is almost 400, 398.
Walks a
Josh
lot.
Bell is 386. Very good. Their OPS is separated by 6 points. Josh Bell has 877. Soto has 871.
This is what I'm talking about. Clearly, if we went side to side, Josh Bell won more of those categories. Yeah. And if not, it's very close.
I'm not disagreeing that Josh Bell should. I agree he should be an all-star, but I also think that Juan Soto is deserving.
Why?
So.
Why? Because
those are good, dude.
Because he's an all-star. He's a celebrity. He's a superstar.
No.
This is a celebrity game.
If you go to the National League and you go to qualified outfielders, Juan Soto has the second best OPS right now.
That doesn't matter.
It's Mookie Betts and then Juan Soto. And
go
then Jock Peterson.
To the best players available. You don't think Josh Bell could play an inning in left field?
No, of course he could.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, Juan Soto deserves to be an all-star, too.
No, he does. If you're batting 246, you do not deserve to be an all-star.
Bro, when your OBP is almost 400, yes, you do.
Oh, my God. So he walks him a little bit.
Who does he have protecting him in the lineup?
Doesn't matter.
He's got the best OBP in the NL. He should be in the All-Star game.
Oh, my God. So he walks a little bit. Congratulations.
He walks a little bit. He's got 17 homers.
Okay, fine. So what?
I don't disagree. We just went through the numbers.
I do not think he deserves to be an all-star because here's another couple guys that I think can play the outfield. How about Austin Riley?
Yeah.
Austin Riley can play left field, play right field. He's having a great year. Not in that. He's also some other ones. Your boy, Freddie Freeman, that you love to suck his cock.
Freddie's a huge snub. I'm not going to back away from that one. Yeah, Austin Riley's got a 912 OPS, and he's not an all-star. That's pretty fucked. He's hitting 24 bombs, dude.
That's one. And then, I have Drury on my list, too. That one's a little iffy.
Dude, I mean,
I think he deserves it. I think he's exactly like we were talking about with Dylan. He's having an amazing year.
I don't think
he might never be an All-Star ever again.
I don't think that like Luis Castillo doesn't deserve it, but I mean, if you're gonna give it to a Red, Brandon Drury's hitting 277 with 18 bombs and an 873 OPS.
Exactly. Like, why not have another guy on the bench? So what?
Yeah.
Like, do you think Albert Pujols is gonna go out there and play a ton? Absolutely not.
You maybe changed my mind. I think they maybe fucked up the NL a little bit.
Okay, and here we go again. There's a couple other ones. Now, it gets a little difficult for me because the NL pitching has been so good.
Yeah.
That Kyle Wright.
Yeah, dude. What?
Zach Wheeler.
Yeah.
Carlos Rodon should be All-Stars.
Yeah.
And another one, too, which I don't even get as well. Why isn't Devin Williams an All-Star?
Fuck, dude. I know.
He's a reliever. Throw him in, and he's.
So I think again.
I don't get it. Don't get it.
The NL gets dinged because we have more shitty teams than the AL do.
That's why I said I know, and
Like,
they're
the
sending
Cubs
representatives.
have to have fucking Ian Happ in the game, and Ian Happ's having a great year. He's in 276 with an 818 OPS with 8 home runs. But you throw those numbers against Austin Riley, who we were just talking about.
Austin Riley, Josh Bell,
Like,
Freddie Freeman,
what are
any
we
of these
doing?
guys, dude.
Same thing. Like, we didn't even know who the fuck the guy from the Diamondbacks was, and I don't know who else you give that nod to. Like, Bums had a fairly good year.
On the Diamondbacks, you're saying?
Yeah.
So this was my idea that I wanted to bring up after the fact.
Say like David Bednar, like, oh, he's having a good year, but like he doesn't deserve it more than those pitchers you just mentioned.
Exactly.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
Here's my idea for what they need to do going forward is fuck your representatives.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, who gives a flying fuck if there's no Pirates, Reds, or anyone representing them in the All-Star game?
You think Pirate fans are tuning in so they can watch
David Bednar?
David Bednar maybe pitch an inning in the All-Star game. The Brewers have been there, man. And like I remember one year it was one of our pitchers got selected too. And they didn't even pitch.
Gallardo
he
or
was
something.
the only pitcher who didn't get in the game because he was that bad and did not deserve it.
It's just that stuff that really grinds my gears, that there are guys out there like Devin Williams, Kyle Wright, Zach Wheeler, Carlos Rodon, and the fact that Wheeler didn't even start the year and he came back and is pitching the way he is, like, that should just give you a nod in general. And there's just stuff that is just so
Wheeler's
aggravating
got a
about this.
2.46 ERA and a K per 9 over 1. He's got 104 strikeouts in 95 innings. Dude, I mean, his whip is a 105, a tick over 1.
Kyle Wright, again, close to the same statistics.
Yeah,
He's got 10 wins, a sub-3 ERA, 100 Ks, 1 point something whip.
1.16.
Jesus. Rodon has one of the highest WARs.
Yeah. Carlos Rodon, I don't know how.
In pitching.
2.70 ERA. Oh, my God. 1.06 whip. Same thing. 124 Ks in 100 innings.
And Devin Williams is having one of his best years, and he was the Rookie of the Year.
Second most strikeouts in the National League besides Corbin Burns.
Oh, my God.
Even, like, dude, Miles Mikolas, like, yeah, I'm with you, man. They
Like,
kind of fucked some of these.
Major League Baseball, you fucked up. And I don't know how you fix it, but you need to fix it because it's very frustrating seeing some of these guys.
Merrill Kelly or Zach Gallen from the Diamondbacks. Jesus Christ, somebody other than a fucking reliever.
And it's the All-Star game. You are pitching one guy an inning, maybe two.
Yeah.
Why does there need to be a representative that's a reliever or anything? You could throw 15 starters on the All-Star game to throw one fucking inning.
Only positive, and it's not even a positive. It kind of sucks, but some of these guys are going to get in. There's injuries. In the AL, Jordan's not going to play. We have a couple of. I mean, is it been?
I think Ty France makes. I think he takes Jordan's spot.
I know there's a couple more injuries. There are a couple more guys that I'm missing that aren't going to play. Same thing in the National League. Obviously, like Harper is not going to be playing.
I think so. I was kind of thinking about it today. I think Jazz is out because he's hurt.
Yep.
So I think McNeil takes his spot, but I think that one of these guys, I think Riley or Bell,
they better be.
They take his
Austin
spot.
Riley needs to be that reserve.
Yeah, he needs to make that reserve there. So these guys might still make it, but
it still is just the
those pitching guys. There's not a lot of guys that are hurt on that thing.
No.
So here's my one hot one that I just was so pissed off about, and I understand why he's there. the only reason Clayton Kershaw is a all-star is because the fucking game is in Los Angeles, and it really made me mad. He has good stats, and I'm not mad about that. I'm mad that he's been hurt for a month and a half, and these other guys deserve it because they have been there every single game for the entire first half, and they're not in there, but a fucking Dodger makes it because it's in L.A. Fuck you.
Yeah, he's got the numbers, but like you said, I don't disagree. He's only started 11 games. He's got a 2.4 ERA, 69 strikeouts in 63 innings, a 1.01 whip. He's got the stuff. He's got the numbers.
Every guy on the list that I just told you has
very similar.
40 more strikeouts and a very similar ERA.
Right, because they've pitched 40 more innings, but I totally get your point. Absolutely, that matters.
Dude, I don't know what they need to do, but they have got to fix it because it's ridiculous.
That's part of my argument for why Sandy Alcantara needs to be the starting pitcher for the NL over Tony Gonsolin. Alcantara has pitched almost 40 more innings than Gonsolin, and they've both pitched almost the same amount of games.
The only thing I'm happy about that, and I'm please don't fuck this up, is that Dave Roberts is not the coach. Because if he was, there would be a Dodger out there to start the game in LA. And it might still happen. It might still happen.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I get that they're going to go into the game, but can you imagine being the best player at your position for the first half, making the All-Star team, and having that moment that you start an All-Star game, one that you might never have again, and you get snubbed because you're in LA? Fuck you. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I really hope it doesn't happen, but I can 100% see it happening.
Yeah. I just, can I suck Sandy off a little bit here?
Yeah, you do. Go ahead, because I need a breather.
That's my guy.
I just got real heated, so I need a breather.
Little background. Fantasy baseball.
Didn't you trade him away?
This year, because I'm rebuilding. He's got only a year left because I've had him for the last 5 years on my team.
I'm just teasing you.
Any of you people out there play fantasy sports, football, baseball. Baseball's a little different, but you know that feeling when you draft the guy in the minor leagues, you do your research, you know he's got filthy stuff, struggles a little bit when he comes up, but he's still hitting 98 on the gun with a nasty slider. That's me. That's me with Sandy Alcantara. That man has been on my fantasy team for 5 years. Just traded him away because his contract was up. He'll be back in the draft next year. Probably back on my team. That man has a 1.73 ERA. He has 2 complete games. He's pitched 130 innings. Next in the NL is Aaron Nola with 118. He has 111 strikeouts and a 0.91 whip. He is the only pitcher in the MLB that has 10 games of 7 innings pitched with less than 2 earned runs. He is the only pitcher in the MLB with multiple complete games. He has had 8 outings this season of at least 8 innings pitched. No one else in the major league has more than 3. That man goes to the fucking 9th inning almost every time he is out there and has a 1.73 ERA. He's doing some fucking Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson type shit out there.
Well, that's a great point, is that, for those that are not listening, the game has changed in a long time. And guys used to go back in the day, 7 innings was average.
Yeah.
That's what your starter did. And now it's like
setup man closer.
Now it's 4 and 5 innings, maybe less than that if you suck.
The Dodgers don't let Gonsolin pitch more than fucking 6 innings ever.
Yeah, no wonder he has 11 wins. They just rake him up right away.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's insane that he's doing. We were seeing stuff that hasn't been done in years because of how the game has changed, and for someone to do it in today's now and age is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he needs to be the starter. That's going to piss me off more. But, yeah, man. I mean, there's always snubs. There's always going to be debate over any All-Star game. But I'm with you. I feel like they got a lot wrong this year. And breaks my heart for guys like Ty France, Dylan Cease, Brandon Drury, these guys that we were talking about. I hope that, obviously they already are hurt, so I'm not hoping for injuries. But I hope that these guys get in as replacements. But
if not, I'm going to write a very strongly worded letter.
Do better, MLB. Just fucking do better.
Oh, my God. I gotta get off something. Well, actually, no. This is still gonna make me mad. A lot of things are making me mad today.
That's an angry elf today.
Yeah, a little angry elf. Taylor, what the fuck are those City Connect jerseys that the Padres have? They look like
ice cream cones.
ice cream cones.
Yeah.
Like, what's that ice cream called? Is it Cosmopolitan? Neapolitan?
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. Okay, there's number one, there's too much going on. There's too many colors. I can't focus on a baseball game when a pink number is splashing me in the face.
They're a cool minor league jersey.
That's a great point. They look like a great minor league jersey. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. They're all shit. But you know what? I have finally come to a conclusion on why they are all shit.
Let me hear it.
Nike developed these jerseys not to look good on baseball players.
Yep.
They developed these jerseys for the consumer to buy them as a streetwear brand.
Of course they did.
Or to just wear around.
Absolutely.
Fuck you.
I still think these San Diego ones are disgusting.
Oh my God. I finally figured it out, and I don't know how it took me this long, because
Like,
I guess
even
I was just looking at them on the
font.
field, and I was just like, what are you doing? This looks horrible.
Again, I did. Yeah. they
Because
look
in my head, it was
disgusting.
like when a team comes out with new jerseys,
Yeah.
they're gonna be wearing those all the time.
Well,
So
like
like
I
I was
said.
judging them.
Yeah.
So I didn't take into the effect of the street lifestyle,
Yeah,
city,
yeah.
people are going to wear it on
I
the city.
appreciate what the MLB is trying to do and what Nike's trying to do.
Yeah.
Like make the game fun, make people go out and buy these jerseys, make them interesting. But I'm fully with you on this one. They took it a little too far here.
Baseball's business, man, and I guess you just wanted to make the San Diego Padres look like a bunch of fucking popsicles, but...
Saw a tweet that was like, imagine if you're like Mike Clevenger or Joe Musgrove and you fucking throw a no-no in like one of these uniforms, and that's what's like hanging in Cooperstown.
Dude,
It's
didn't
the
I
fucking ice cream cone.
swear I said that like the first or second time we were talking about this, where I was like, imagine you're like Manny Machado and you walk in and you're just like, what the fuck? I gotta wear this thing today? Like,
Some of them are
Jesus.
bad, but yes, this one, again, I'm with you. Obviously, they're just like, yeah, I'm sure people in San Diego will go out and buy them, and I guess San Diego's like a vibrant city. I don't know enough about San Diego to get where the pink and teal comes from, but
I don't know. Anyone from San Diego can let us know. You guys
us
pretty
up.
vibrant out there. I don't really get it. I would love to see the breakdown. I've never seen the breakdown yet. Like, you know how I broke down the Brewers one and I saw that?
Now it's like we did green because it
Right.
represents blank.
I can't even fathom what that breakdown is.
Hot pink because we have
Neon,
fun in San Diego.
like sea green, yellow to what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. So
They're
someone
bad.
can let me know. Is there
Yeah.
blue in that too? I don't know.
No, it's pink and teal, and then they have a yellow collar.
Just imagining every color in that jersey
And then
right
even
now.
the font and the lettering, it's literally half pink on the top, and then it just goes right in the teal on the bottom. Like it looks fucking terrible.
Oh, dude, sick, bro.
Terrible.
Can't wait to wear that one to the beach.
Yeah, fuck. Never.
I just like I wish they would have just maybe worn it like one game and then sold them. Like, just get it over with, or maybe just come out with them and then sell them in your players' jerseys, but don't actually have the players wear them.
Sure.
I'm not sure how to do that, but like I'm under the impression now that I never want to watch any other team wear a City Connect jersey. Not even the Brewers jerseys are actually kind of pissing me off now. Like, I think they're one of the better ones, but at the same time, I just like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
When everyone wears this stuff, it's just like a lot.
Yeah. Again, I appreciate what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the game fun, and I don't know, do better. Make them like they should. I don't know, do more like what more minor league teams do, where like you'll have a night, like like even the Franklin Milkmen got their hat on, like they'll
Fine,
have,
yeah,
they'll have
sure.
like their moon night or whatever, and they
Yeah.
wear fucking cow jerseys, like
Or,
cool. Do it for one night.
Hopefully, eventually, I like that. Hopefully, eventually, once they get rid of, have all of them,
Yeah.
and they get all the teams to have one,
Yeah.
they'll do it like the 4th of July or like
Sure.
Memorial Day, where it's like they will
Like,
wear a
give
certain
'em-
thing.
The Padres give them like the Friars, like their brown uniforms again, right? Like dress them up like their mascot, where it's like a black
Sure.
hat and a bunch of brown jerseys.
Yeah,
Cool.
like, hey,
Make it a
tonight's
night that's-
City Connect night, or but it's like one night a year.
There you go, Nike.
It's not like
and then you can sell those jerseys every year because they'll be
Right.
different every year.
yeah, it's one time every
Make
year.
the
Like
Brewers wear a fucking like brewer, like legit beer brewer.
yeah, fine, whatever, dude. Make it one night a week. I don't want to see these anymore.
Yeah,
Please stop,
I'm with you.
or please do better.
Yeah.
Either or. Oh my God. You want to talk about Chris Sale a little bit?
Yeah, I felt like you were about to stand up and rip the TV off the wall there with how mad you were getting.
Yeah, well, fucking All-Stars. Just, I'm trying to just respect my boys out here that deserve it, okay, Taylor?
Ty France.
Everyone I mentioned.
Disappointed in every one of you who didn't go out and vote for Ty France.
Everyone I mentioned.
Talking to you.
Austin Riley, Josh Bell, Freeman, Devin Williams, Kyle Wright, Logan Gilbert, Zach Wheeler, Rodon, Ty France, Dylan Cease,
Yeah.
Taylor Ward. All you guys, shout out. You deserve to be All-Stars.
You're all-stars in our hearts.
Fuck everybody else. Actually, not everybody else, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, but Chris Sale,
Yeah.
he has made my do not fuck with player list.
I think he was pretty well established on that list, and this just solidified it.
I haven't seen him play in a while because he's been
Yeah,
hurt. So
fuck.
like on my list was like Scherzer,
And I
like
Scherzer's
just like humongous human beings in Harper.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No.
Hunter Strickland definitely on that.
yeah.
And then Chris Sale, you made the list. Congrats, man. I don't really want to fuck with you.
Yeah,
You
he,
destroyed an entire not the dugout. It
Club
was
house.
it was like
walkway.
it was that walkway
Yeah.
into it. So like the
Hallway.
cameras still got it. The hallway, yeah, just destroying things.
Yeah. He walked 5 batters in that appearance. He only gave up 1 run. He was obviously mad that he didn't have the command that he was looking for. But I mean, how do you feel if you're like a AAA guy down there, or, like one of the minor league coaches? Just
I would have shit my pants.
Cool, man. It's Chris Sale. It's awesome. He gets to play by Chris Sale, and he's in there just fucking destroying a TV in your clubhouse.
You see like the two differences in people where it's like, even though I said Max Scherzer, I don't really want to fuck with you, but like he bought his entire minor league team, AirPods and dinner.
Oh, but you're telling me if Max Scherzer walked 5 guys, he's not above fucking destroying a clubhouse? I think he would easily do
I don't know, but I'm just saying that's like two ends of
I
the
know,
spectrum right
yeah.
there where it's like, what could happen?
I mean, if I'm a minor league manager, even somebody in the Red Sox organization, like, I love that, dude. Like, show me some fire. Show these AAA guys, like, yeah, dude, you want to make it to the big leagues? You got to be a little fucking crazy. You have to have that little bit of dog in you, a little bit of psycho in you. Like, that's what it takes. Now, again, if like, this was a repetitive thing, if fucking Chris Sale was like, why can't I think of the Cubs pitcher?
Zambrano.
If it was like that fucking asshole and just destroying water coolers every other week, like, then it becomes a problem, and you're like, hey, man, fucking cool down.
Yeah.
But once a year, once a season, dude, you have a bad outing, show me some heart. Like, Chris Sale's been fighting his ass off to get back to the majors. He's dealt with injury after injury. He's been out for almost 2 years now.
I don't disagree with you
He
at all.
goes out there and doesn't have the command he wants. Fuck it, throw a TV. Show some life, show some fire. I don't hate it. As long as it's not a repetitive thing.
I hope he paid for it.
I think he's gonna get the bill for that. I think he'll be okay. I think his fucking $100 million contract, he'll be okay.
Just comes back. It's just like, yeah, we actually had to pay for that ourselves. That'd be a fuck Chris Sale.
Pass around like the bucket in the locker room after the game. All right, guys, everybody pitch in like $20. We got to buy a new TV. Otherwise, we don't have TV in the clubhouse anymore.
Oh my.
The Xbox
God.
got broken into, so if we want to play the show before the game,
like
somebody's got to bring their Xbox in tomorrow, please.
We just gotta hope that like a nice guy like Devers or somebody gets sent down and be like, oh guys, I got that. Don't worry.
What do you mean you're bringing your TV from home into the clubhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris did that? Fuck.
Oh my God. But hey, Chris, I hope you come back, man.
Yeah.
And I hope you throw something your like first outing. That'd be hilarious.
Red Sox are a fun team this year, man. They, like we talked about multiple times.
I know, it's
They've
great.
got 3 studs. Hopefully Chris Sale comes back and make an impact.
And Nappy and I are going in a couple weeks, baby.
Yeah, dude, I'm jealous.
Oh, I can't wait.
Fenway's on the bucket list for sure.
Oh, crossing that off. Oh my God. Okay. We're gonna end with this. And you have a feel-good story for us.
I do.
Let's end with jockstrap, and then we'll go
Perfect.
story. Taylor, let's see if you can guess my jockstrap.
Oh, man. All right, let me get a whiff.
Okay. So I gave you the hint. It's National League, right?
National League. Do
Okay.
I get the division or just National League?
I'll give you the division too. All right. It's gonna be the Central. So I'm going National and the Central.
Fuck.
This is your like bread and butter to start off.
Should be.
So this is gonna be okay. Okay. This player is, you know what? I'm gonna give you like a kind of a bio too.
Ooh.
Yep, and then the stats. This player
I'm
is
gonna feel like an idiot if I don't get it.
23 years old.
Oh god damn it.
He is hitting 251, 39 runs, 26 RBIs, 9 stolen bags, 4 home runs, OBP of 325, slugging of 359, and an OPS of 685.
Promise I'm not looking it up right now. I'm gonna guess. Is it somebody on the Cubs? Because that's who I'm thinking of.
Close.
Fuck. This is so hard without any.
This is very hard.
Anything.
Yeah.
23. Is it? Oh God. Who's the? Jonathan India.
Oh. Nope.
Fuck.
I'll give you 2 more guesses. You want 2 more guesses?
2 more guesses. I don't know if I can think of 2 more players right now.
What would help you? Need another hint? You want me to help you?
Okay, let me give 1 more guess. My original guess is going to be Christopher Morel on the Cubs.
Nope.
Your initial reaction makes me think it was a Reds player.
Nope.
No? God damn it. All right, I give up. Give me the team.
The Pirates.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that O'Neal?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Oh yeah, isn't he younger than 23? Maybe. I don't know, man. Give me him.
It's Cabrian Hayes.
Cabrian Hayes. Forgot about him.
Yeah, I know. I was a little tough one, but I was like, I don't know, maybe because he's in the Central,
Yeah.
he might have noticed that he hasn't been playing as well as we thought he was. Might be an easy one, but
Yeah.
well, don't worry. I'll give you some easy ones where it's gonna be like someone that stands out. You know, it's not all gonna be tough ones, but
That's tough.
ooh. Well, let's end on a happy note after we were just
Cabrian
angry
Hayes.
the entire time.
Yeah,
Taylor,
a lot of anger.
what's our feel-good story?
Well, it's a feel good if you're on the right side of this story. Matt Chapman, as most of us know, used to play for the Oakland Athletics. He is now on the Toronto Blue Jays. They just played the Oakland Athletics in Oakland. First time back for Matt Chapman. He was a big Oakland guy, been there for a couple of years. You know, loved in the clubhouse, loved by their community. James Capriland is a reliever for the Oakland Athletics. He happens to be Matt Chapman's best friend. So much so that he was Matt Chapman's best man in his wedding this offseason.
Oh, okay.
So James Capriland has a start against the Toronto Blue Jays. He gets Chapman to fly out his first at bat, walks in the second at bat. You can say, yeah, that's fair.
He's
1-1.
toying with him a little bit. I like it. Yeah.
Chapman comes up in the 7th inning, absolutely demolishes a go-ahead 2-run home run against his best friend on the mound.
God, that's gotta be a great feeling.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Franklin Little League.
God, I just thought of that. Shoot.
Triple off the wall, no big deal against Sammy there.
I still had like 8 Ks that game. So
that was one of the first things I thought of. I was like, I gotta bring this up, dude.
I'll give it to you. And I was thinking about it today when I read that too. I was like, he's gonna bring that up. That little bastard.
I swear that wasn't the initial reason I brought it up. I just thought that was a cool story.
That's
Gotta love
right.
when shit like that happens.
Pretty sure I still had 8 strikeouts, so that's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Triple off the wall is all I care about.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you and are in agreement with us on this all-star voting. And if not, let me know. I'll educate you. But thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
Oh, and first pitch crushing. Oh, Ronald Acuna Jr. This ball is crushed.
The pitch to Stan. Swung on.